Hey, this is BlindFox. Welcome at my Ration review. Please support the channel, please subscribe, and please go donate on patreon.com. So today we are going to do just a meal. This is the SERAC adult cuisine, the mutton stew, 400 grams. So this is about 540 kcals. Let's see if we can zoom in. I don't know if you would be able to read there, but if you can, then you can pause and read this. So what do we have in here? There's about around, I think, 20% potatoes. There's some South African mutton meat, around 19%. Then there's some tomato paste, tomato puree. There's some butternut pumpkin. And there's some garlic, there's some peas, there's some carrots. At least the powder, or garlic and onion powder and peas and carrot powder. So there's a lot of vegetable stuff in there, either powdered form or straight. So, and then they don't really say a lot what there's in there. There's at least garlic in there. But, I don't know if you can read this, but there's all the ingredients. So what I really want to actually check with this thing is the potatoes in there. The stroganoff was nice. I wonder if the potatoes in this would be the same. They were really substantial. They were sort of had a little skin around them so that they don't just squash into mash. So I hope this would be the same. So as all these, they've got two 10 notches. You've got a 10 notch up there and you've got a lower 10 notch. So the upper 10 notch is easy to tear, you just tear it open. The lower one is a bit more difficult because the label is over it. So if you want to open it here to use this as a bowl, you have to cut it open. It doesn't tear open. So this is all we're going to do. This is not going to be a long review. So I'm just going to heat this up in a pot of water and we will taste this. So with our ration today, we are going to be doing a honeybush tea. This is the bag. It sort of got a sweetish smell. Doesn't smell exactly the same as rooibos. But you normally get the honeybush and rooibos sort of in a blend. I'm not sure if this is pure honeybush or not. But there you can see the package. I'm not going to read all of that. There's the little honeybush flowers. So as I said, honeybush, I think you can get them. You can get pure honeybush. I think this is this. You can also get honeybush rooibos blends. And there again, just the packet. So I actually haven't had honeybush before, since I don't drink a lot of tea, but other people in the house does. So I appropriated this bag, so we will taste this. So let's drown our tea bag. So this tea does have sort of a sweet honey smell to it. You can understand why it's called honeybush. So let's drown the little tea bag there. You can see they're the same as rooibos, sort of a reddish color. Not sort of a brown tea color, more sort of a red color there. So we will let this steep, since I heard this is not a very, very strong tea, but it does have sort of a honey smell to it. It's quite a nice smell. It really smells like honey. So we will just let this steep. You can see how fast the tea darkens, but still. Let's just taste a bit and see how strong it is now. Although it looks dark, it's not really strong yet, so we will let this steep a bit for around 5 minutes or so. So let's check out this stew. This is the mutton. So this is mutton stew. So there is a lot of potato in there, as we sort of 20%. The potato and the meat is sort of almost the same ratio. Nice saucy dish. You can see there's some potato. I hope there's meat somewhere. There's some butternut in butternut. I don't know. I thought it was butternut squash, but according to them, there's butternut pumpkin. So let's taste some. I think this is maybe just a bit of potato. Nice and savory, very saucy. A slight burn to it, I don't know why. Can't eat it so far because it really makes a mess. So you can see there, nice saucy dish. Let's take another bite. Try to get to the meat. Right, so the potatoes, not the same texture as we had in the beef stroganoff. They are still a bit firm, but they don't have that sort of little skin around them. But they are still firm, very saucy. This is real mutton, it's not prefabbed mutton. It's cut nicely, sort of, really, it's not mince, but it's not big chunks either. It's sort of cut nice and fine, so the sauce sort of gets a chance to get into the meat. So it's not really dry. This is a really nice saucy stew. It's got a savory taste, but I must say it smells better than it tastes, but it smells really, really good. But the taste, a bit of sort of savory. There's the matcha where you'd get, it's not overwhelmingly one taste or the other taste, it's sort of a mixture, which is good. This is a nice savory stew. I actually like this. There's supposed to be butternut, there's supposed to be some peas and stuff in there as well. Carrots. So quite good. So let's do our tea again. Here we go, it's a bit darker now. The taste doesn't really, it doesn't taste like normal tea. It also doesn't taste like rooibos, but it's got sort of a herby sweet taste. The smell is actually more sweet than the taste. But this is not an extraordinarily strong tea. It's got more a sweeter taste than a smell than a taste. But there's this sort of a herb taste to it. It's not bad. Although it's not as strong as rooibos is. And far, far weaker than normal tea. So if you like strong tea, this might not be your cup of tea. This is a really subtle flavor, but it's nice. So what did I think about our South African lamb stew? It was nice. The lamb is nice, or the mutton. Mutton can be very dry, but they cut it nice and small pieces, so it's not extraordinarily dry, especially with all of the sauce. And there's the potatoes, there's a nice lot of potatoes in there. It's quite good. So this was our little tasting of our mutton stew, 400 grams from SERAC. I really liked it, and the tea was nice that I got to go with the rest, or that I choose to go with the stew. So interesting little meal, or the stew. I couldn't find it in a meal, so that's why I got it separate. So it tastes nice. So after I finished this, I sort of thought about it, and I think, of course, it cooled down a bit. This dish might be nice and good cold, since it's so saucy. Your other components, it won't really get too dry when it's cold, or too and it's still saucy enough to eat when it's cold. It might not taste as good as when it was hot, but I think the flavor combinations might just sort of go well over cold as well. I wasn't really going to try this, or didn't decide to try this cold, but I think if you do this, have to eat this cold for some reason, it won't be that bad. Just a little thought of mine. Thanks for watching my little review of the mutton stew. So thanks for watching. Please support the channel, please subscribe, and please go donate on patreon.com.